Nature is not silent. Her voice can be heard through all of creation. She gives us signs and messages that our intuition, our wild one within, understands. When we unite our head and heart, when we open to letting the mystery be, Mama Nature, Nata, can easily be heard. We just need to listen. I'd like to tell you a story, because as I mentioned before, nature talks with stories, with signs, with symbols, with different things that happen. It speaks heart to heart. And this is a story that's touched my heart. It's touched my family's heart. And hopefully, it'll touch your heart. It began a few years ago and continues to this day. At that point, I had 3 children outside the womb and 1 inside the womb, a little baby. All my children had whooping cough, and I was concerned. So I asked for a sign that they would be okay. You know, you need to ask if you want to receive. That's always the first part. So I went out for a walk after having asked, and I was walking along the road, and there in front of me, I found this most beautiful, beautiful crow feather. Now, this is not the type of crow feather that's bent down and around. It was luminescent. It was purple. It was violet. It was navy blue. It was almost as if it had been plucked straight from the crow and given to me. So I picked it up. I took it with me. I thought, good. This is a sign. I think these are going to be okay. And the next day, I wasn't really asking for anything, but apparently there was more to come. Because as I was walking in the same spot as before, under my feet was a beautiful, beautiful crow feather. Again, as if it had just been plucked from the crow and fallen down in front of me. There was no crows anywhere around. Nothing. Not even a magpie. They're usually all around in this area. But there was this feather. Picked it up. So now I had 2. Well, you know how it is when you've received something. You expect that you're going to, maybe, this is an area where it's just a magical area where feathers fall down from the sky. Maybe that's what it is. But no. The next day when I went for my walk, there was no feathers, but I was looking. You can bet I was looking. And the day after that, again, I was looking. I was thinking, if there's going to be a feather here, I'm going to find it. No feathers. No feathers at all. Well, the 3rd day, I thought, I'm just going to go and enjoy the walk. 2 feathers. What a gift. For me, it was a gift of magic. For me, it was a gift saying everything was going to be okay. The transition would go from darkness to light. Because I wasn't looking, you can guess what happened. On the next day, when I went out for a walk, there in front of me, I almost missed it. I almost stepped my little toes right on top of it. It was another beautiful feather. But I took that. 3, the number of manifestation. Magic is going to happen. For some reason, this illness that my children had was going to be okay and was going to be part of some magnificent transformation. What it was, I wasn't sure. That would be enough if the story ended there. But it didn't. 1 year to the day, when I woke up, it felt different. You know, you get that feeling down the back of your spine. So it gives you a little bit of shiver. I had that. floor to see what was different. And lo and behold, all over the porch, all over the back wall of our house, were thousands of butterflies. I say thousands, but it could have been maybe only 700. It was in the hundreds for sure, though. You couldn't put your hand down more than 2 or 3 fingers in between these butterflies and moths. Some of them were as long and as wide as my outstretched hands together. Some were small and tiny. Some were beautiful, little white. Others were purple and violet and orange. Every color you could imagine was there. I'd never seen something so beautiful. It was everywhere. I brought the kids out. Everybody was amazed. Look at these butterflies. What does it mean? Immediately I felt like it's metamorphosis. Something big is about to happen. Something huge. Even though this was huge enough, it still felt like nature was trying to tell us something. That wild part of me, that intuitive part, knew that this was more than just a gift of beautiful butterflies and moths. It meant something. Slowly, throughout the day, the moths and the butterflies moved away. A wind started to come and move around us. And as the wind grew, the butterflies and moths started to disperse, one by one, sometimes in groups of 5 or 6. But near the end of the day, they were all gone. But the wind kept up. The wind started getting more and more and more. And you could hear it all night. The branches, the trees, the sound of the howling. Everywhere. The next day, in the morning, we knew all the butterflies were gone. But there was this silence. And then the phone rang. I didn't move at first. I was palpating in my heart. So I knew again something was different. I went downstairs, so I caught the phone maybe at the 3rd ring, picked it up, said, "Hello." It was my friend, Carolyn. She said, "Hi, it's Carolyn here. I was just wondering, I was thinking about you because you got a lot of mother instincts in you, and, well, 2 little crows fell out of their nest. I was wondering if you could look after them. It does take feeding them every 15 minutes, and I just don't have the time." And I thought, I know who does. So I called you. Are you up for it? You can betcha I was. Oh, I was so excited. I was just, woo! I mean, think of it. Like 2 baby crows. They still had their little pin feathers. It was just like, oh. Yes, and all the kids. I told all my boys, and I had the little girl by then, and everybody was excited. "Yes, Mom, go get it, go get it." So, but we had to wait. We had to wait for 3 days, because that's when we were going into town, and she would look after them for 3 days. Well, on the 3rd day, just after we were all ready to go, I got another phone call. It was Carolyn again. And she said, a couple of days ago when I said 2 crows, wondering if you'd look after 3 crows? Another one fell out of its nest. I said, "Sure, of course." And then it dawned on me that these crows had come to me the same way as the feathers did, with the same feeling of magic. First 2, and then a space, and then the 3rd one. All together. They worked. And sometimes our answers take a whole year to come. But I knew at this point that these crows would change my life. And they did. They truly, truly did. Spartacus, Loki, the sweet juniper. But the stories I could tell you about them and what they did for our family, well, I'll leave that to your imagination. And maybe someday I'll tell you. Oh, by the way, that butterflies, all those butterflies, you could choose how to see it. When I told a scientist friend of mine about that, he said, "Oh, did you leave the light on? You know, moths like lights." I thought to myself, oh, I left the light on. And maybe you can leave the light on too. But the light wasn't from a light bulb. If you want magic, open your heart. It's up to you what you believe.
Let the mystery be. Let the mystery be. No need to define. Let the mystery be. Feel the infinite way. Life's ebb and flow. Let the mystery be. Let the mystery